Hey beloveds, welcome to my channel. We're gonna hop straight into it. I'm showing you guys the products that I will be using for my brows. For whatever reason, I always do my brows first. I tend to take the longest on my brows, or if I'm doing eyeshadow, but I'm showing you guys all the products, and whatever I don't mention in the actual video will be listed down in the description box. Okay guys, so the first thing I like to do is groom my brows with a spoolie. And a spoolie is just an eyebrow brush, guys. And once I do that, I take a setting powder and I actually put it on my brows to minimize or take away any shine that might be there from my moisturizer. And yeah guys, I'm just gonna do that. But how are you guys doing? I'm so glad to be making this video finally. This is my second video. The first one, something happened with the sound, guys, so I had to, push through, do it again. But next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take that Milani brow pencil. Okay guys, and this brow pencil is one of my faves at the moment. It doesn't take a lot of effort and very natural looking. You can do short hair like strokes. If you want it darker, you could press a little harder. And this brow pencil is just so effortlessly, when you put it on. But yeah, so guys, I hope you guys have been well. I hope this video finds you in good spirits. As always, I'm sending love and peace to you and your family members, around the world. And I'm constantly praying for us, guys. In these times, it's very important that we keep each other lifted up to the throne of God in prayer. But yeah, guys, stay vigilant because a lot of us are going through. I know a lot of people who are, struggling in these times. And I don't mean financially. I mean like, just within themselves. So next guys, I take this art brush, and yes it is an art brush because all of the brushes I found, the angle brushes, they just don't do it for me. But this one is really precise. I've had it for a lot of years. It did get broken a few times, and that's why it's duct taped up, because that was the only tape I had in my home at the moment. And I had to salvage this particular tool that I use when I'm doing my makeup because I really like it, and it just makes things easy for me when cleaning up my brows. So don't knock it till you try it, guys, because there is no right way to do makeup. It is what works for you. Okay, but I want to say I'm taking that e.l.f. concealer, guys, and I'm going to go along where the brow is at the bottom, and I'm just going to clean it up to my liking. I do bring the product down, because to me it just makes it easier to blend in. So whatever product is left over after I clean up the brow, I drag it down and then I go in and buff it out or blend it out depending on what type of brush I use. And guys, this is also at the moment another one of my faves, the e.l.f.'s concealer. And so now guys, I'm taking this Real Techniques buffing brush and I'm going to brush it or buff it into my skin. I know it look like I'm doing wiping motions, but I am actually buffing this product into my skin. And guys, can you just take a moment to see how this concealer like melts into the skin? It's a really good concealer and I like the consistency. But yeah guys, I've noticed I've been getting a lot of resistance on things, with the enemy, but God is good, and I just try to look at things from a blessed perspective, as far as like when I am going through things, it's easy for us to look at the bad, and a lot of times when we're looking at the bad, it's almost like for a moment we forget the good. And you can't forget the good, guys. You gotta live blessed. You know, you're gonna have times when you're gonna be uncomfortable. I know in these times I've been really uncomfortable, but you know, there's a season for everything, and you just got to be mindful of that. But I do want to say, guys, giving up should not be an option. You know, if you're going through stuff and it seems hard, you know, God is able. He's able, you know, and there's no length that his arm can't reach. So you just got to trust in him and keep pushing, keep fighting every day. Don't let the enemy try to use your flaws or, you know, your mistakes to keep you knocked down. If you fall, that's okay. Dust yourself off, repent, get back up, and keep going. You know, just keep going. And the Lord said, those that endure to the end are blessed. So, you know, I trust his word and I believe that to be true. But guys, now I'm going over the top of my brows with that same concealer. I like to use it on the top and bottom. I know some people like to do a darker shade on the top, and I do sometimes, guys, depending on what I'm doing or what I have going on. But I just like the whole highlighted brow look, so you know, I do what works for me. You know, I don't really try to go along with the trends. You know, I feel like I am a trendsetter, and I'm saying that humbly speaking, but you know, I just feel like what works for somebody else, you know, it may not work for me or vice versa. So I just stick to what I like, you know. But yeah, guys, um what have you guys been doing around the world? Like, comment below and tell me how you guys have been, if you have any testimonies. You know, I would love to hear them. Next, guys, I'm taking that same concealer and I'm going to prime. I'm basically using it as an eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to put it on my entire lid space, okay? And then I'll go in with a buffing brush and I'll, you know, buff it into the skin, and then I'll set it with that hard candy setting powder, guys. And usually, you know, this would act as a primer for whatever eyeshadow look I'm going to do for that day. But I really wanted to do this simple, really quick, like basically two-step shadow type thing. You know, it's really quick and easy, and it basically looked like you took a lot of time on it, but it's really just something quick and easy and still pretty, you know, that you can do like if you're in a hurry, if you don't feel like bothering with the eyeshadows, doing a whole lot, because we have them days. You know, sometimes it could be a lot of work being a woman, and we're entitled to days where we just don't feel like stuff. You know, it's okay. But now I'm setting that concealer, guys, that e.l.f. concealer, with my e.l.f. taper brush and my hard candy setting powder in banana. And guys, I just want to say it has been getting so cold outside, and I am really not a winter person. I'm not looking forward to winter, but it is here, guys. Fall and winter is here. Make sure you guys are staying bundled up. So next, guys, I'm going to take this LA, it's like a eyelash primer, and I do use a generous amount in this, okay? And once I do this, I go over with my mascara, and then I'll pop my falsies on. So I'll be back once I get done with that after putting on my mascara, guys, because I just don't think that, you know, I have the time, you know, to sit and show you guys like how long it actually takes me to put on falsies. I have eyelashes that curl back, and it has a really tight curl, so I cannot put my lashes on the way that some of the other people can put their lashes on. I've kind of came up with my own way of doing it, and it works for me. So yeah, guys, but yeah, make sure you're staying bundled up, and you know, you dress appropriately, ladies. I know, you know, we be want to be cute and we be want to feel good about ourselves, but you can be sexy and be covered up, you know. It's just all in how you put things together. You don't have to, you know, wear little clothing. And I'm not judging anyone, guys. I'm just saying But guys, so I'm gonna go pop my falsies on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. This is a sample of a foundation primer or a face primer, and it's supposed to be mattifying. I've only used it a few times, and honestly I really don't even, it's not the worst, but I don't think it's one, one that I would actually purchase, but it got the job done, so I won't complain. And guys, I'm just gonna go in with this Sonia Kachik, and I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, beauty blender, and just blend out the harsh lines that I may have left over from cleaning up the top of my brow. And that is a Real Techniques. It's a concealer brush, or a concealer blending brush, and that actually came in a set, guys, that my daughter had purchased for me like maybe a year or two ago. But I'm with the Real Technique brushes. I like them. I love their sponges. So next, guys, I'm going to take this. It's a color correcting and concealer palette, and I'm going to go ahead and color correct in the spots where I feel like I want more coverage once I put on, my foundation and everything. And the spots I usually do are under my eyes, my smile line right there, and my cupid's bow around my shadow area. I know some of you ladies know what I'm talking about with that shadow area with the so-called, you know, mustache, that the little fuzz that be there. But any areas where I feel like my face is darker, I go in. And I know it looks a little intense on the camera, guys, but it in real life is actually not this bright. Sometimes these cameras pick up like, weird colors, and I don't know, but I promise you guys everything is gonna pull together as I'm going. But I took this, it's a mini Benefits beauty sponge, and I like to use it like, under my eye and those type of things. So I'm just taking that beauty sponge and I'm blending it out, and then next I'll go in and put my foundation, not concealer, girl, my foundation on top. But yeah, guys, I was so frustrated because I actually made my first video days ago, and I was having so many issues editing it. Like, I'm still getting the hang of everything with the editing and all of that. But to make a long story short, guys, I ended up loading it up on my channel, and when I went to go review it, no sound. For whatever reason, it did not save my voiceover. So I'm like, I can't have a video, a page that say makeup and motivation, but you're just watching me do my makeup. I'm like, that's not very much motivation. So guys, I made it private, and I just said, you know what, we'll just start again. So now I'm taking that L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color Soft Sable. And guys, I use the L'Oreal True Match, throughout the year, and what I noticed, there's a big difference in my summer color and my winter color. But I've gotten pretty good at blending foundations and things when I need to, mixing it or mixing concealer, so I really don't worry about that part as much anymore. But now I'm taking this else, I think it's a blurring brush, and I'm just going to tap that into the skin, and get it nice and blended, get it on there nice and well. And ladies, if you're wearing makeup, make sure that you are blending below that neck, honey, because no disrespect and no shade to anyone, but when you don't, it actually, and if your color is not precise with the color of like your neck and your chest area, you'll real life be walking around looking like you got a mask on. And just because you wear makeup and it's obvious you have makeup doesn't mean that people need to know, like, that them lines are there. Like, blend, 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 ladies. You know, makeup can really be time consuming, and most of it has a lot to do with the blending. But you know, the more you do it, the better you get at it, and it'll kind of be like first nature to blend like around the areas that need to be blended. But yeah, guys, it's been so much going on with me. The devil's been trying to distract me, you know, bring up all these other like petty situations, you know, from people that I'm close to. And I've just been like, you know what? I'm not going to let the enemy win. Guys, when the enemy attack you like that, pray harder. You know, get close to God even harder. Like, usually when that happens, something good is coming, guys, from God. So don't let the devil move or shake you, you know. But yeah, guys, I just took that Sonia Kachik beauty blender to go ahead and, you know, go over it again. I just like that it leaves like an airbrush finish look, so I do it. And now I'm taking that same e.l.f. concealer that I used on to clean up my brows, and I'm going to highlight with it on top of the concealer that I put as the first phase. But yeah, underneath my eyes, my forehead, down my nose, cupid's bow, and chin. And I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. concealer, and it's lighter, and I'm just gonna go like in the inner corners, because I really like that area highlighted, guys, down my nose and my cupid's bow, and you know, on my forehead also, to give it that really highlighted look. But yeah, guys, you have to, don't worry about what people say, or don't worry about what the devil try to make you think people think about you, guys. I've been noticing so many things and tactics of the enemy, but you know, that's why a prayer life is really, really important, guys, because if you don't have a strong prayer life, it's easily for the, or you know, easily to be deceived by the enemy. And you know, when you call on God, he reveals secret things. So you know, it's really important, you know, that you have that strong prayer life with God, you know. But yeah, I know it sometimes it seems like a lot, guys, but it's worth it. It's worth it for those who fear the Lord. So keep pressing, guys. So now I'm taking that mini Benefits beauty sponge, and I'm going to blend out that concealer in the places that I put to highlight, guys. And I just kind of go back and forth, because sometimes I will put a little too much product, guys, and I don't want the concealer to have to go in places that I don't want it to be. So I kind of just go back and forth from each side, you know, up, you know, top, bottom, until I get it to my liking. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to blend that out really well. And then I'll go over it with my foundation, or not go over it, I'll go against the lines with the concealer with my foundation brush, and you know, to blend those harsh lines out, guys. But yeah, it's early a.m., guys. My sleeping schedule has been that my nights have been my days, and my days have been my nights. And I've been trying to get my schedule back on tap, but I'm noticing like throughout the day, I get sleepy, and it kind of be hard for me to fight it. So, you know, I just take advantage of my time the way it comes, you know. So now I'm going to take this Maybelline setting powder, and I believe that it's in the color medium, and I'm going to set that concealer into place. Now, the purpose of setting concealers, guys, is that, you know, they don't move when you apply it, because we spend all this time blending, but if you don't set it, you know, it'll move, it'll crease, and it'll just look greasy. And I really don't care for like greasy looking makeup. I know some people like it because to them it reminds them of like a glowy type look. And excuse me, guys, and I have done it before, you know, certain situations, but for the most part, I really, really just like my makeup matte. I will add highlighter, but only, you know, to emphasize certain features on my face, guys. And so yeah, I'm just gonna put that on, and then I will go back over it a second time, guys, to bake, but not in the sense, you know, that people, you know, they put it on there, they leave it, and then they take it off. When I bake, guys, I put the powder on there and I actually press it in. I just like the way that that looks. I press it in, and you know, it gives me what I need. So if you haven't tried this method, you should try it. The only thing with this method, you have to get a powder that you can do this with, because I've noticed some powders don't melt into the skin like others. It'll actually just sit on the skin and then you have to sweep it away. So Maybelline is one of my like drugstore go-to powders that I really like. So next, guys, I'm taking this Juvia's Place. It's actually an eyeshadow palette, but that it's a like a brown in there that I like to bronze and contour with. And I'll start by patting it into the hollows of my cheek, guys, and then I'll brush it upward. Never, you know, brush your blush downward, because you it looks weird, guys, and it just doesn't look right to me. But you know, blend it up, because you want to give your face your face the appearance that it's lifted and not dragging. So yeah, guys, I've been having a lot to do, but I've been praying that the Lord, you know, give me the things that I need to do to stay focused, to concentrate, you know, the energy that I need to do them things. And you know, God is good, because you know, he listens to our prayers. You know, even though the world try to make it seem like the Lord doesn't answer prayers, he does. You know, when I call on God and I ask him things and pray about things, he reveals secret things to me. So yeah, so guys, don't ever let the enemy make you believe that the Lord do not hear prayers, because he's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. Okay. But yeah, guys, I'm taking that eyeshadow powder and I'm just contouring in the places that I like to contour. Then I go in with this fluffier, it's like a, you know, bronzing brush, and I buff the edges out as much as I can. And you know, I just do this all around my face, you know, forehead, hollows of my cheeks, wherever I put that shadow. I go in and try to diffuse it out so that it will look more natural. But yeah, Juvia's Place, I really like their palettes. I really just like their makeup line, period. I am going to try to invest more in, you know, more products from them. And so guys, now I'm going to take this Morphe brush and I am going to contour my nose. And I just do this. I drag it along the side, on each side. At the bottom, I, you know, buff it out or blend it out as much as possible. And then what I like to do, because I like that line to really, really be diffused on each side. Once I'm done, I'll take my finger and I'll kind of like blend it in with my finger. But yeah, guys, so many attacks, but I do believe that some of the attacks, guys, or some of the things that we're going through in these times is God and not the devil. The Lord's been speaking to me about making room for the new. And being a child of God or a servant of God, you have to understand that not all bad things are because of the devil. You know, I think we give the devil too much credit, you know, but God is good either way. And I am always going to keep praying for you guys, keep you lifted before the Lord. You know, we need God, because without him, nothing is possible for us. So guys, next I'm taking this, I think it's one of my Sedona lace brushes. I've had it a while, but I'm going to take that same bronzing powder and I'm going to put it in my crease and transition area on my eye. And that's all I'm going to do with the eyes, guys. And you'll see it's really simple, but it's really pretty. And so if you're not a person that's, good at blending, or you just don't have the patience or the time to do it, this is a really quick and cute, option. You can even do, some glitter shadow on the lid, but it's really easy, and it's simple and pretty. So yeah, I wanted to do this video first because lately with my time frame and having everything going on with the kids, I don't get a lot of time even when I do wear my makeup, so I try to keep it simple. And so next, guys, I'm taking this CoverGirl's. It's a face powder, and I couldn't find my soft sable face powder in my L'Oreal, and I didn't feel like looking for it, but this is one of my favorite fall winter powders, so I just used it. But in the places where I put the foundation that I didn't set, I take it and I go ahead and set them areas, to make it all come together and blend in. And I just do this. I try to take whatever product is left over on the brush and just slightly go under my eye, because I don't want to lose that highlighted look under my eyes. I want to keep it brightened. But yeah, guys, I hope that you and your family, are being still, to listen to God so that He may direct you and, show you what to do. And guys, now I'm taking, it's like a illuminator powder, and I like to put it under my eyes to brighten it even more, and on the hollows of my cheek and other areas that needs highlighting. It's really subtle, but it's so very pretty, guys. So if you're really not like a highlighter type of person, I think this powder will be perfect for you. You should try it. And I have two of them. I did have three, but I ended up cleaning out a bunch of products and throwing them away that I didn't use. And the third one was one of them. And I don't know if I'm sad about that or not, because I really like Milani products. But either way, it's all good, guys. I try not to sweat the small stuff. So this is a Milani blush, and I'm sorry it looked like this, guys. I've had it a while, and baby, this is one of my favorite blushes. This is like a OG of mine. I've used it many years, but I'm just gonna pop it on the apples of my cheek, okay? And I do go upward, along the bronzer that I put on. And then I like to put some on my nose, like just at the tip of my nose, and a little on the forehead and underneath the chin. But yeah, guys, this blush is one of my favorites. It's like no matter how many new blushes I buy or try, this is my go-to. But yeah, guys, keep your houses in order in these times, guys. Don't let the enemy, don't give him a foot to get in the door in no way, because God's children are really being tested in these times. And you have to have long suffering because, of these attacks, because sometimes when we go through stuff, guys, we just want it to be over with, and sometimes the Lord will allow us to go through. So be long suffering, guys. Just remember the Lord's words. And so now, guys, I just took my face brush and, just went ahead and, I didn't put no product on it. I just went over it. Now I'm taking that second Milani Illuminator powder, and I'm going to actually highlight now with this powder. And as you can see, it's really subtle, but it's really, really pretty, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. When I don't want to do too much, or when I just want something soft and natural, these are two of my go-to so-called highlighters that I use. But yeah, guys, it's been 2021 has definitely been interesting for me. Comment down below and tell me, what was your 2021 like? We're almost, to a new year again, guys, but I would love feedback from you guys, hear testimonies. Those testimonies really be inspiring me. But guys, now what I'm doing, is I'm taking what was left on the bronze on the brush that I used on my eyes, and I'm just going over that contour line because I kind of lost it in the in the midst of doing the powders and stuff. Now on the left side I had to add a little product because it just wasn't doing what I needed it to do. But yeah, guys, yeah, it's been interesting and I've learned a lot. Now I'm taking this setting spray and I'm going to spray my face, and then I'll go in with that beauty sponge, and then I'll just tap everything in, so it stays in place. And I like to do this while the spray is still wet. But yeah, it just gives it an airbrush finish for me. And guys, yeah, I'm so glad if you are here with me watching my videos. I pray that the Lord bless you. I pray that, the God of peace be with you. I'm sending love, to everyone, all of God's children. I'm sending love your way. And, send it back, say hey, and let me know what you guys been up to, how you been doing, you know, if you need prayer, anything, we have to learn to come together, guys, because it is a lot of divisions in the church, but I think we'll get it together eventually. And so next I'm just taking my mascara and I'm putting it on my bottom lashes. And I didn't add any liner or anything. I just kept it pretty simple, with the eye makeup look. And yeah, I'm just doing that. And that's it, guys. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And till next time, beloved, I love you guys. Bye.